Soriba Diakite is an artisan to be reckoned with in his village located in the region of Kolda in southern Senegal. He is the operator of one of the few Fonio husking machines in this town, which is home to many cereal producers. When Fonio, the most preferred cereal in this region of the country, leaves the farm, the women processors cannot carry it elsewhere than at Soriba's grinding mill.
Le premier exercice qu'il faut faire, c'est sécher le fonio. Après avoir séché le fonio,
the first thing to do is to dry the fonio. After drying the fonio, a maximum volume of 3 kilos is put in the machine. It's important not to overload it in order not to break the paddles. After putting the fonio in the machine, I open a small window that allows the grains to get into the other compartment, which actually represents the mortar. Here are the pallets. It's the contact between the paddles and tray for hulling the fonio. The fonio must be well dried, because otherwise it breaks during the husking, because the pallets and tray are new. If the fonio is properly dried, it can be fully husked in 7 minutes to your satisfaction. Although it is processed by the machine, the fonio will need to be winnowed. When husking the fonio, the bran goes through this pipe and is an animal feed that pigs and sheep can eat.
les éleveurs de moutons aussi en ont besoin.
Prior to the advent of this machine, the processing of fonio in this village and in West African countries was an ordeal for women. In fact, it takes a woman about 2 hours to process 2 kilograms of fonio, which involves pounding this particularly hard-to-handle kind of grain. Because of the small size of the grains, which do not exceed 1 millimeter, fonio husking and cleaning is a tedious task. In the past, women would use a pestle and a mortar to husk this cereal. But thanks to the fonio husker, now it only takes an hour to process approximately 60 kilograms of fonio. For the processors, a new day has come.
L'avantage de cette machine-là, vraiment, ça allège.
The benefit of this machine is that it reduces women's workload. Secondly, it contributes to poverty alleviation. And thirdly, it creates jobs for the youths who are willing to work. It is a good machine and has taught me a lot, so I consider it as my master. There are only advantages with this machine. Farmers can attest because the product is in high demand. It has a husking rate of 99.2% and a 65% yield rate. Thus, it offers a wide array of benefits.
The mechanization of fonio processing has helped increase productivity. The invention of the fonio husking machine also has a positive impact on the work of women by alleviating their suffering, thanks to the substitution of the manual labor by machine-powered processing. The advent of this machine has been a major breakthrough not only for women, but also for fonio producers.
I sell 1 kilogram of husked fonio at 900 or 800 CFA francs, but the kilogram of unprocessed fonio sells at 300 CFA francs. Thanks to the husker, we are deriving significant benefits, because without the machine, we wouldn't take so many risks to produce in high quantities. My family is both fonio consumer and seller.
Fonio is an African traditional cereal. This plant, referred to as Digitaria axilis, is also known as the oldest local cereal in West Africa. It is usually grown in 16 countries, in an area stretching from Senegal to Chad and feeds millions of people in this region. But the difficulties related to the processing of this cereal has eventually reduced its production for decades now. Prior to the invention of the Fonio husking machine, the few existing equipment did not properly meet the needs of Fonio producers and processors. Thanks to the research conducted by Sanusi Jakite, new equipment have been developed to mechanize the main post-harvest operations such as the cleaning and peeling and whitening of grains.
Alors, c'est une machine qui permet effectivement le décortiquage et le principe est basé sur...
It is a machine for husking fonio. The principle is based on soft and flexible blades that rotate adjacent to a fixed platform that gently abrades the surface of the seed before passing through a rotating mechanism which removes the husks. There are two versions of the machine, meaning a heat-powered version and an electricity-powered version. Fonio was very difficult to husk. There was no machine to process fonio, and this has had a negative impact on the production of this grain. People gave up fonio farming in spite of its widely recognized nutritional values and its easy farming. It will take 2 hours to pound 2 kilograms of fonio. This is where the problem lied, and we had to find a technological solution to process fonio in order to alleviate women's ordeal.
Le travail de la femme qui était dévolu à cette tâche-là.
The advantage of this husking machine is that it removes sand, dust and impurities including grains, pebbles and sand mixture. The husker removes the brittle outer shell of the grain and the winnowing channel separates the bran from the grain.
Le premier avantage, c'est que ça facilite le décortiquage du fonio. Au lieu que ça soit à la main, maintenant c'est mécaniquement que ça se fait.
The first benefit is that it facilitates the husking of fonio. Instead of doing it manually, now this has been mechanized. This has encouraged fonio consumption. The availability of the machine has encouraged farmers towards growing fonio. The machine has facilitated the emergence of grassroots entrepreneurial initiatives. In the villages, we can see processing mills and fonio marketing thriving thanks to this machine.
Décortiquer 1 kilo de fonio.
Husking 1 kilogram of fonio costs 50 CFA francs. I've earned more than 5 million CFA francs here. I earn very well my living and I'm very proud of this machine.
The Fonio husking machine weighs about 115 kgs and it is also removable. The machine is powered by a 1.5 kilowatt electric engine, that is to say a 6 horsepower combustion engine or a vertical axle heat engine. It is manufactured with iron sheets and steel sections, just like the already existing food processing machinery.
Ce qui est le plus important, c'est le principe de la machine. C'est le fonio qui fait 1600 à 2500 grains au gramme.
What is most important is the principle of the machine. Husking the quantity of fonio containing from 1,600 to 2,500 grains per gram without breaking the grain is indeed the major innovation brought by this machine. Another advantage is that this is a low energy consuming machine. In Senegal, although the machine is not yet produced industrially, it is in use in several communities. So, the machine is socially important as it has been adopted by communities. The most prestigious reward for a researcher is to see the results of their research being used by communities.
The cultivation of this crop, which had declined in recent decades in West Africa, has regained momentum thanks to the Fonio husking machine. However, Fonio production could probably become more important if the machine is manufactured industrially, because its current manufacturing cost ranges from 950,000 CFA for the electricity-powered version to 1.3 million CFA for the oil-powered version. Consumed as couscous or porridge, Fonio is experiencing renewed interest in urban areas thanks to its taste and nutritional qualities extolled by consumers. Fonio products have even crossed the borders of West Africa and are now adopted by European and American consumers. This opens new windows of opportunities for Fonio processors and producers.
Donc, notre boutique, vous trouverez du Fonio pré-cuit. Vous trouverez du Fonio.
In our shop, you can find pre-cooked fonio and raw fonio because we just thresh it and wash away all the impurities, especially sand. You can find fonio flour, which is rare. You can also find fonio granulates, and these varieties are rare too. You may ask me what is fonio flour used for, but actually it is used to make cakes. Fonio produces the flour which is closest to wheat flour. All the cakes that are made with wheat flour can be cooked with Fonio flour, provided that you mix a little wheat flour just for the taste.
The regional market could also be an export outlet for local producers and processors. Many high-value products are derived from the processing of Fonio. They are a real alternative to food diversification and a source of significant income for producers and local processors.
Le Fonio est pourvoyeur d'emploi.
Fonio is a source of employment for young people, and in this respect, young people have a role to play. Senegalese young people are eating rice that they neither produced nor processed. Most of the time, people eat imported rice. But Fonio is our local crop, and it can help create jobs. A project was launched in Kedougou, provide young people with the means to develop Fonio production. So, if young people are given the means, equipment, and funding, it's possible to promote employment, to create opportunities for the professional insertion of those young people, thanks to Fonio farming.
As part of WAP, the West Africa Agricultural Productivity Program of the Corps of WECART, the Western Central African Council for Agricultural Research and Development, WAP Senegal has chosen to promote the Fonio husking machine in West Africa. This project, which has benefited from the financial support of the IDB, the Islamic Development Bank, seeks to promote widespread use of this machine in order to boost Fonio production and processing and to provide jobs to young people who are willing to seize this innovative opportunity.
Les femmes qui avaient l'habitude de faire 0,5 hectares ou moins d'1 hectare pour tout satisfaire le...
Women who used to grow half an hectare of land are now farming 1 to 1.5 hectare of land. So, Fonio farming is experiencing a significant revival since the limiting factor has been addressed with the advent of this machine. As part of the second phase of the project, we either funded a broad dissemination project or we multiplied the machines. We will ensure that all Fonio production areas are supplied with this machine.
Et peut-être maintenant appuyer la relance du Fonio au niveau de la zone.
WAP Senegal, which is engaged in the widespread dissemination of the technologies generated by research, intends to disseminate the Fonio husker in all countries of the Fonio production area in West Africa. The mass distribution of the husking machine and other technologies within the framework of WAP should allow thousands of jobless young people to start businesses and seize the many opportunities available to them in the area where the Fonio is poised to regain its former glory.